More than 100,000 people in the United States are currently on the waiting list for a life-saving organ transplant. But could the unvaccinated lose their place in line? Take a look. Colorado-based health system is denying organ transplants to the unvaccinated, citing studies that suggest these patients are much more likely to die if they get COVID-19. The policy has drawn intense backlash, but similar scenarios are popping up across the U.S. In Pennsylvania, Sherry, a mother with stage 4 kidney disease, was bumped from the transplant list after refusing a vaccination. Sherry waited nearly 7 years to make it to the top of the transplant list, but fear drove her decision to not get the vaccine. She's scared how her body will react due to being immunocompromised from a rare form of Lyme disease. In Boston, a 31-year-old father of 2 with a hereditary heart condition was denied a life-saving heart transplant because the hospital required all recipients be vaccinated. So, should hospitals deny the unvaccinated life-saving transplants, or should there be exceptions to the rules? Joining us now is Sherry, who lost her place in line for a kidney transplant because of her vaccination status. Sherry, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks so much.
Nice to have you. I think this is a very compelling and important conversation that we're going to have. So tell us, how did you find out that you were taken off the transplant list at your hospital that you were hoping to get your transplant?
I had been doing dialysis since 2016 now, so for about 5 years. Worked my way to the top of the transplant list, and I got a letter September 23rd from the facility I was listed at saying that I was marked inactive on the transplant list. When I had contacted the head of the transplant department to ask them why they had taken me off the list, he said it was because I decided not to get the vaccine, and giving me an organ would be a waste of an organ because I didn't have the COVID vaccine.
Now, sitting there today, why do you say that your hospital kicking you off the transplant list was a blessing in disguise?
Once the story got out around here, people started calling the facility, letting them know how disappointed they were. Many people in my community rallied behind me, are very supportive of my situation and my need for a kidney. And I say it's a blessing in disguise because I ended up, due to the circumstances, being listed at 4 other transplant centers in Pennsylvania at this point in time. Those facilities don't require the vaccination for transplant like the facility I was listed at does. So they required that for all organ transplants. These other facilities don't. So it sounds kind of crazy, but what started out really as a burden has become a blessing for myself and my family and the community who's rallied around me as well.
Well, where do you stand now on some of these other hospitals that are not requiring the vaccination mandate? Are you moving up the list? Are you going to get a new kidney anytime soon?
I could. That could be possible. My wait time that I've acquired with the facility I was, initially at doesn't disappear. So that wait time counts at these facilities as well. And the great part is the kidneys that were covered, the pool of kidneys that I could have had access to, I guess, at the first facility, these other 4 facilities all cover that area as well. So I'm not really going to be missing out on any kidneys, which is wonderful. I have a better chance of receiving a kidney here.